Hey everybody, welcome to the channel if you're new here, welcome back if you're not. I'm It's Baby Jesus. Some people call me James and that's totally okay. Today we are going to break from the usual videos and we are going to go over what it's like being a small streamer. So with the onset of the pandemic, we did see a massive influx of people starting to stream because they were home all the time. And why not? It's a cool avenue to meet people when you're not allowed to meet them in person. And I just wanted to show you guys what you could realistically expect from streaming consistently to a game you enjoy playing without any external funnels. So I didn't have any massive influx of viewership or interest in the channel from an outside source like TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, anything like that. I grew organically on Twitch with arguably a bit of luck, and I just wanted to show you guys what it's actually like. There's a lot of people who say that they started streaming and they had a massive influx of viewers because they had a TikTok blow up or a YouTube short blow up, or they already had a YouTube channel where they're funneling people over. And I don't think that's an accurate representation of what it's actually like and how tough the struggle can be and how long and arduous it can be as well to get your first Twitch payout. So I just wanted to put it all out there and show you guys what it actually looks like from my perspective. As a small streamer who started out in January of this year, so pretty well right in the middle of the pandemic, and why I would recommend definitely branching out to multiple different avenues. But before we get too far into it, if you do like the video, please make sure to hit subscribe. It does help us out. It doesn't cost you anything. If you don't like it, leave me a comment down below so I can improve content for you in the future. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. I'm going to be showing everything to you guys right here, so be kind. So you guys are now going to see on the screen my channel analytics. You're also going to see me in the bottom corner. And this is what it looked like on the very first day that I ever streamed on Twitch. Now, before we go too far, just know, to get paid on Twitch, you need to be at least an affiliate. Now, to be an affiliate, you need to have 3 concurrent viewers, which is just basically your average viewers. You can see that in the top left of the graph. You need to have 50 followers, which pretty self-explanatory. You need to have streamed 8 hours on 7 unique days. Now, the time frame for this is a running 30-day average, meaning that it's not like if you did it in March, you're fine. It's if you did it on March 1st to April 1st, March 2nd, April 2nd, etc., etc. It's a rolling average. So if you have a fantastic day at the beginning of March, but then it's bad for the rest of March, you might not hit that average. You know what I mean? So I will show you more in depth with the graph, but just so you guys know, that is what you need to be able to reach affiliate. Then you have to sign a contract. There's a bunch of stuff involved with it. It might not be for everybody, so take it all with a grain of salt. Now, the partner contract I can't speak of because I'm not partnered, so I would literally be just making it up. So, guys, you guys can see on my first ever stream day, January 14th, on Thursday, there was basically me and a friend. It continued like that for a while. This is what you can expect, guys. It is long, it is tough, and without a little bit of luck or streaming the right thing or getting some buddies to help you out, you are most likely going to be streaming to yourself and maybe a friend, maybe a bot, who knows. You guys can see I did manage to get 20 follows in that first week, which is pretty good. I mean, there was some interest and some different people coming in. The next month is where you start seeing a little bit more interest in the channel. We're still sitting around 2 average. We got another 29 follows, which means that puts us with the 20 from the month before and 20 from this month. We're almost at 50. The 50 is the only number that doesn't need to be in a specific month. It just needs to be a total. So you can take a year to do that effectively. Now, you guys can still see the revenue is at 0, and that's because I'm not eligible for any payouts at this point. I don't have 50 followers. I don't have 2 average viewers. I have the time streamed, and I have the days streamed. Now, what I want you guys to notice is this graph and how consistent it is. 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. That is all the time I have to stream. I stream for 1.5 hours a day. That's it. I'm not streaming for 8 hours at a time. I'm not streaming for 6 hours at a time, nor do I recommend that unless you're trying to make this your full-time job. And even then, you probably shouldn't start out with that. It's going to drain you, and it is mentally exhausting. Stream what you are comfortable doing in times that work well for you, and let the organic growth take over. We are, like I said, an hour and a half a day on my lunch breaks. Now you guys can see there's 2.1 average, 29 follows. The time streamed is the time streamed. When we go to the next month, you can see this is where we actually did it. We hit our affiliate in our 3rd month of streaming. We started January 14th, and I can't pinpoint the exact day. I can. March 23rd is when I got my first sub. which was my buddy who was in the stream, which means I most likely signed the affiliate contract on the 22nd. So effectively, it took me 3 months, 2.5 months to get that affiliate. That's reasonable. You can expect to do that. There's nothing crazy about it. I had the 3 average. I got the follows I needed. I had more than enough time and more than enough days streamed. I hit the sub. I hit the affiliate. Now you guys see $2.50 revenue. Why is that $2.50 revenue? For those of you who don't know how Twitch pays out, you can get paid in multiple different ways. The primary way that you're going to make money is subs and gifted subs. And those cost $5 on average. Depending where you are, I do believe the price changes now. Twitch takes 50% of it. So if it's a $5 subscription, you get $2.50. If it's a $5 gifted sub, you get $2.50. Now that split can change depending if you are a partner or not, and that can be in the contract. But for the most part, most of us are going to see a 50-50 split. You can also make money through bits. Those are like donations where Twitch takes some off the top whenever the user is buying them. So you do see the full amount of those, and those will get added onto your revenue. There are multiple different ways you can get paid on Twitch, like a ton of them. But most of these are going to be irrelevant to most of you guys, and myself included. And ads are going to be negligible for the most part unless you start getting massive viewership. The next month, you guys can see things start to get a bit more interesting. We're now at 5 viewers, average viewers, a lot more follows. Time streamed is still very similar. It's always going to be in that 25 to 35 range. A couple more subs. You guys can see they're most likely gifted, which for a lot of you, that's going to be the primary source of your income. Is a couple of members of your community are going to be extremely jealous. You're going to have consistent viewers who come back and always sub, but for the most part, if you're going to have huge influxes in price or in revenue, it's going to be from gifted subs. Now, you guys can see still very consistent for the most part. It's 5 days a week. Sometimes you take days off. Sometimes life has a way of happening, but for the most part, it's 5 days a week. Now we're in March to April, so we're now at the end of April. Again, I started on January 14th of 2021. You guys can see here now. We're up to 8 average. I'm doing nothing special, guys. I play Rocket League on my stream. It's a saturated game. You just have to find a way to stand out amongst the crowd. Discoverability on Twitch is notoriously terrible, so you have to find a way to just to get spotted. And I do tournaments. That's how I got found. There's nothing special to it, guys. I didn't funnel people in from externally. It was literally just a good amount of luck and a ton of consistency. Stick to a schedule when you make it. If people know you're going live at X time, they will be there to support you at X time. If you are all over the map when you go live, people don't know when to expect you, and they can get really disappointed and dejected whenever they try and find you live and you're not there. So just keep that in mind. So you guys can see these spikes are sometimes just days are better than others. There's no rhyme or reason to it. And you're also going to get raids sometimes. Don't count on raids to grow and survive on Twitch. They're a great way to network and build your community and your fan base, if you will. But the best thing that they're for is to network and get your name out there so that you're recognizable in different communities. Because people like to see the people they watch in channels of other people that they watch. Trust me, it's worth it. You guys can see again, almost always 5 days a week. Consistency, guys. Consistency is the name of the game for this. And now you guys can see the average viewers actually dropped from the prior month. We got a bunch of subs. You guys can see in the prior month as well. Again, the grand majority of that is gifteds. Cheers make up a small portion, but the grand majority of our stuff is going to be from gifted subs. You guys can see there's 42 in that month, 34 in this, 8 average, 90 follows. The time, again, it's always going to be between 25 hours and 35 hours, just based on the amount that I stream and the days that I stream during the week. You guys can see we made 143. So it took me 2 months, or 2.5 months, to get my first Twitch payout, because you need to have a $100 threshold for a payout on Twitch. So you guys can see we made $2.50, $38.85, so you could say $40 over 2 months. And then by the third month, we were at a total of 150 banked, which means that the next month, Twitch would pay us out that money. The next month, we made enough for another payout, again, because of a very generous community that I have. We did manage to get up to that $143 revenue, which means the following month, after June, it would have rolled over again. For the next month, again, average of 15 viewers. We just got really lucky. We got a couple of raids that do skew those numbers. But we were doing really good. For my birthday here, I did a giveaway stream. You know, it's finding ways to interact with your community and make them excited to be there. You guys can see those numbers at the beginning of the month were massive for the average viewer count. And the subs, again, you can take a look. The grand majority of that, $183, is gifted subs. Most of them, some of them are paid and they stay, but the grand majority of them are gifteds. Coming into August, you guys can see it's another $100 month, which means we're going to get paid out for that month. But you guys can see the average is sitting around 11, and the follows are about 150, give or take, on average. The month before, 335. We got a lot of follows that month. But you guys can see it's consistency, guys. 5 days a week. This week was weird here. I was gone away for a wedding and stuff like that. But, you know, consistency, 5 days a week, 4 days a week, 5 days a week. If you stay consistent and you continue doing what you're doing, as long as you're not just turning your tires in the dirt and you're finding something that works, you'll start to gain traction. We have $120 in revenue, which means we would have got paid out the month prior. You guys can see here, 14 average views, 230 follows, 26 hours streamed. It's not necessarily about always being live. It's about being predictable and live when people are expecting you to be there. You guys can see, again, relatively consistent. 4 days that week, 5 days that week, 4 days, 4 days. Summer's tough. You guys see 200 revenue. Again, over half of that from gifteds. Expect gifted subs to be the primary source of your income on Twitch when you're starting out, because you're going to find community members that want to support you and want to show you as much love as possible. After that, we dropped substantially down to $88 in revenue, 9 average viewers, 112 follows, 26 hour stream. So the time stream didn't change, but the months do. And that's okay. You're going to have fluctuations. And the primary reason for that is the gifted subs dropped. Again, they're going to be the primary source of your income. You will see that the amount of subs that I have are now people who are in the community who want to continue being there. And growing that over time is, well, it takes time. That's it. There's no special formula to that. And that brings us up right to today, effectively, November 18th. You guys can see we're averaging 14 viewers right now. We've got 181 follows. We've streamed substantially more this month because we did an 8-hour stream. You guys can see. But take off that 8 hours and drop to an hour and a half, and we're right back to where we normally are in terms of hours streamed. And just look, guys, consistency. 5 days, 5 days, 5 days. And, well, we've only had 3 days this week. It's going to be a 4th today, and then a 5th tomorrow. But that's it, guys. There's nothing special to this, nothing fancy about this. Grind, put your head down, and be consistent. Now, you can do this on any platform. If you're doing this on YouTube, do it on YouTube. Just be consistent and know that your criteria for getting a payout on YouTube are substantially different than they are on Twitch. On YouTube, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watched hours, which can take you much longer than the 2 months it took me to get affiliate and start getting paid. So if you're looking for this to be a supplementary form of income, just choose your medium accordingly. YouTube is another great place to stream, and a lot of people are doing very well for themselves on YouTube. Just analyze what's best for you and make an educated decision on what you're going to do. But whatever you do decide, be that Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, either one of them, just do it properly. Be consistent. Stream something you enjoy doing because it will come across. And don't expect things to be handed to you. Now, if I could change one thing about my trajectory, and we'll end off on this, is build other social media platforms simultaneously. I'm now almost a month into streaming on Twitch, and I am just starting up this YouTube channel. I am just starting up a TikTok. If I would have done all of this at the same time, in conjunction with each other, they would all be in similar size, and I would be able to funnel viewers and fans to all of the different mediums simultaneously and be growing them all on multiple platforms at the same time, instead of just one avenue. So if that is the one thing you can take from this, is grow multiple channels at the same time. But whatever you do, just make sure you're consistent. And that's it, guys. That's going to be the end of this. Honestly, I don't really know where to end off other than that. Be consistent, do your best, and that's it. Enjoy, guys. Have yourselves an amazing day. I love you all. Be safe, be kind, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.